Yeah, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Oh boy. Oh geez, where's that?
You've got something open somewhere. That's great.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, we are standing by, just getting things going here. Bump, bump, bump. Getting all the stuff and things going. Connecting on our channels. Let's see.
We have the fun music going too.
Yes, fun music. It's called the waiting game.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Let Slack know.
There we go.
Here we go. Where did I click? Something just locked up. What just happened here? Slack, where'd you go? Slack, hello? Slack crashed. Good lord. Already got 11 people watching these color bars. We should probably get going.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Enjoy our color bars for 1 second while we get stuff running.
Probably, right, too.
I'll prop it up on the Facebooks. Remember, if you share it, to share
I know,
it.
I already did it. I did it right.
Okay. Alright.
13 watching now. Hello, all 13 of you.
Hello. I'm getting a cold.
What?
I'm getting a cold.
Oh. I just took an allergy pill. Feel a lot better.
I just smoked a whole bunch of crack. Let's see. Load up Beeple for the Beeples people. And I think we're good to go, guys. We're about to come at you. You want to see our pretty faces? Because here they are.
Hello, Mr. Billy.
I think we're ready.
Okay.
And placing things. You make sure that chat's good.
Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2.
Oh no, chat's going. Never.
Is
What's up, bros? Even how did I miss that? How did I miss
did not
that?
see it.
Man. Ugh.
What's up, Swaroop?
Oh, Swaroop. Yo, yo, yo. All right. If you're going to be watching for a while, prepare your questions. And maybe put them in the Slack chat. Yeah. Let me clean up my beard too. I agree.
Oh my gosh, you got just the bright blue lights from your thing.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
There's
we're
like
rolling on
a mega delay between us and the stream.
Oh, well, there's always a bit of a delay. It's all good. All right. Let's just make sure we're rolling, and I think we're good to go.
I'm still waiting.
Still waiting.
What's up, 531? What's up, Grant? What's up, Matt? What's up, Mark?
All the stuff and things. Check, check, check. Okay, we're good. Are you rolling?
Grant, but not G-Rant. What's up, French Monkey?
What's up, French Monkey?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking bloomed out, and I've got this thing behind me. I needed to like put a shade on that. This isn't my. This isn't even my final form, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Oh gosh. Over 9,000, right?
This isn't even my final form. Are you rolling?
I am rolling.
Okay, I'm on the call recorder. That's rolling. Check, check. Okay. We're rolling, and then notes and things. Good to go here. All right. Are we good? I feel like we're forgetting something. I don't know why. I hope not. Just everybody let us know.
Hey, do you have actually your thing hooked up to where you can easily switch between screens and stuff?
I'm doing it right now. Boom,
nice.
Boom. Yeah, I got the Stream Deck, yo. All right.
What do you think? Was it a good purchase?
Oh, yeah. It's really cool and customizable.
Cool.
And they added a soundboard in the last update, so now I
can...
yeah?
Oh, boy.
Meow cow in the morning. Ding! No.
Nice.
All right.
Crazy Ira in the douche.
Weedy in the bud. Yes. All right. Hi there, gorgeous Emmanuel. I'm just kidding.
Master Chef.
The beards. I can't even keep up with the... We're going to have to make a bigger chat window.
Yep. You're going to have to.
I can't keep up.
I'm strictly on... I mean, I've got the YouTube just going.
Yeah. I'm just
on another computer.
I'm going to open the web chat link. If you want, I can give it to you. It's not pretty, but...
No, it's fine. I don't mind this.
Well, it has everything.
Hello from the Caribbean. Hello.
All the stuff and things.
George's Emmanuel?
Yeah, I said gorgeous just to be funny.
Gorgeous. I like that. Gorgeous.
Oh, come on. Come on, chat. It's just going too fast for me to handle this. Master Chef. Dang. French Monkey, when you coming on the show?
Yeah, dude.
All right. So that's going now. Did I send you that link? No, I did not.
For what?
This will get.
This will give me what?
All the chats and things.
Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I'm just gonna stick on the. What's up, Al Heck?
Al Heck is in here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. We got 24, 25, 30 people watching. Okay, we should probably do a show.
Yep.
All right. Starting to go here. Al Heck, that's awesome, dude.
What's up, Rick Bogus?
Good to see you at NAB, Rick Bogus. Al Heck, you coming to NAB? I want to talk about Unity.
Yeah, Al, we need to have you on the show too.
Yep. All the people need to be on the show.
All the people.
All the peoples.
I'm ready to go whenever you are.
All right.
Want to do a clap?
Oh, gosh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know why. All right.
Are you recording audio?
Yeah, I am. We're good.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Here's the clap.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. It's funny. All the people on the stream are like, that's not in sync.
It's so late. Hold on. I got another Vero friend request.
Oh, good. I'll just go ahead and click on that, and by the time the show is over, it'll load.
No, Mark, you have to come.
Mark
I've never been here to witness the clap sync. Hashtag. That's
funny. Unity Otoy. Hashtag bless. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up.
David Arias, I am accepting yours, and I'm putting you as a close friend.
Oh, yes, definitely a close friend. He's finishing a big project today, getting ready to come see us. Yay. Yeah. We should just be in the show. We should be in the show at this point. We need to start so we can just talk about all this. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What up, bros? Welcome to another Brograph Brocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And Brograph is a supplement to our site, brograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other MoGraph stuff. And on the podcast, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema 4D, After Effects, plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. And you can
Did you do that in
email
one
us.
breath? I think you did it in
No,
one
I
breath.
took a
Oh.
breath. I don't want it to be like sounding weird, so yeah. I tried it once. It was fun. You can email us at brograph@brograph.com, and you can send in your show topic ideas or your comments or your questions or whatever you want to send in. It's a very listener-driven program. We consider all of you producers, so if you would like to help us produce the show, just send us topic ideas, or you can put the topic ideas that you have in the Brograph Slack channel. If you go to brograph.com/Slack and sign up, there's so many people in there, I can't keep up.
Oh, yeah, I know. We stepped away for like a
Gosh.
few minutes to talk, and then we had 58 notifications. It's awesome.
58 notifications in one channel in 10 minutes. I'm like, I literally can't even right now. So I'm a 14-year-old millennial or Gen Z or Gen something.
Yeah.
I literally can't even. And so I'm just going to go ahead and hop on Vero then.
All right.
So Vero, why? I don't know. I don't get it. Just because everybody's adding each other. Everybody's like hopping on the bandwagon of something.
I don't like any of my like Facebook or Twitter or anything like that to be able to see my contacts. I'm stupid and for some reason can't figure out the iPhone correctly, so I share all my contacts with my wife, and then there's like my wife, and then there's like
I don't know why you
15
share
different like copies of it, and it's so dumb.
And
Anyway.
every time I get these notifications that your wife has changed calendar updates in our work
I know,
schedule, but it's really you, and I don't know how you can keep one account like that. It's too confusing.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but whatever. Anyway.
So I don't know about Vero. Everybody's talking about this thing with Vero, where like they're upset about the terms of service, and I get that, but I see that every time there's a new social network. It's the exact same wording. The same lawyers in California probably designed it. It's just a CYA type thing for lawyers. They just put it in there to make sure that nobody is going to get sued or whatever. And
maybe
everybody gets upset about it, and then they post things on like Facebook. I do not give Facebook my permission, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you did because you signed up for it.
Yeah.
So
Liam was saying that someone has found that Vero is run by Russian developers. Hey, David Ariev's on the stream.
Hours, a little over 24 hours to be like Coolfire. Can I just mention that Coolfire and his mustache. Now,
bringing this up again.
Well, here's the deal. My beard game is getting strong.
Okay.
And I was doing this thing the other day, and I started curling. I'm like, I can almost curl my mustache on my beard. Are you gonna
be the new Coolfire?
And what I'm thinking is, Coolfire might be like a trophy type situation.
Oh, so he's gonna pass the torch to you, and you will be the new Coolfire?
Yeah, the Coolfire torch is only about your curly mustache. Because I'm a bartender from 2014, apparently.
That's funny.
So, anyway.
That's funny.
So we'll see. Maybe we have to do a torch passing thing, and maybe we'll have a NAB trophy that the trophy goes to that person that year who wins the Coolfire trophy.
Oh, yeah, the Coolfire trophy is the mustache
every year.
Trophy, and every year
that person has to
pass the stash.
You have to pass it back.
Yes.
Yeah, pass the stash.
I like that. I like
that. There you go.
Okay,
Mark, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are trying to do a DFW C4D live stream, but it solely depends on what bandwidth we have when we're there. We're going to try their bandwidth. We're going to try, I don't know, a phone or something. We're going to give this a little test tomorrow. There's a piece of software that we can actually test and just make sure that the bandwidth is good. So I'm going to bring my laptop, and we're going to try that tomorrow and just see what we got. So we don't know. But if it's not streamed live, we will have the recordings of the event. So you'll get to see it eventually. So this is episode 123, which is kind of fun. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but that's
the only way to get to the next one is going to be episode 1234.
Oh, we'll get there.
Unless we get to 234, I guess.
Yeah. So I heard this joke. I'm gonna retell this joke because
is this the 3 joke?
Yeah. So okay.
All right. just gonna sit back and let you tell it.
Okay. So, Back to Work is a podcast I listened to with Merlin Mann, and he just made a funny joke because it was their episode 333, and he was like, well, what is that when it comes to like file permissions? You got read, write, and execute for file permissions. And Dan Benjamin was like, well, actually 333 means you can write it and you can execute it, but you don't actually read it. You can't read it. So he said, oh, like the new healthcare bill. Ding.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I was like, I don't know. It made me LOL.
We want to
very
play
busy.
Halo.
What's that?
David said he's done with his stuff. You want to play Halo?
Oh, that's funny. He's done with his big project.
Yep.
That's good. That's
See,
good.
we should have just flew you in a day earlier.
You could have come out tomorrow and hung out
That's
with
all
us
right.
and gone to lunch.
Yep.
So here's the thing. We've been super busy with work. We've been catching up on DFWC 4D prep, and so we're a day late.
I was in the hospital for a day.
You were in the hospital.
Yes.
I was in a wreck with a drunk driver. A lot of stuff has gone on.
Uh-huh.
So you had some...
I got gallstones.
Gallstones.
Yeah.
Gallstones.
I've got Gollum stones.
Gollum stones.
Yeah.
My precious.
It sucks. It's kind of the worst pain that I've been in besides that tooth pain that I was in a few months ago.
Oh,
like,
man.
I don't know which one was worse. Because
Yeah.
like the tooth pain, like I couldn't focus on anything except for that. That was excruciating. But the gallstones, man, I drove myself to the hospital, and that was awful. Like I straight up ran a red light.
I didn't know you drove yourself. That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be that bad because I've had it before, but it just like it got worse and worse and worse. So it happens when you have, a bad gallbladder and you eat two eggs and bacon for breakfast. Normally I have some bread to go with it, but it was all fat. So,
man. Well, so we had a kind of a bad week in that aspect. I would say unlucky, but it's kind of lucky because you didn't have to stay in the hospital.
I did not.
And
no.
I walked away from a wreck with the drunk driver, so that's not too bad, dude. As I was going through an intersection, he was going the opposite way through a green light and decided he wanted to turn left without an arrow and turned left right in front of me. And I braked really hard, but I couldn't get out of the way. I just T-boned him, completely destroyed his 2-week-old car, completely ruined all the airbags.
I don't mean to laugh. Like,
just crazy, dude.
Okay, but
I got out. Dude was like, did you see you hit me? Oh my God. I was like, are you kidding me? Did I see you hit you? Okay. And I just kind of walked away and waited for the cops to get there. And I'm like, so he doesn't know I'm the guy who hit him. So there's that. So anyway, interesting week. And so we were finishing a lot of projects too. And it's really funny, you learn stuff from all your projects. And we had a project this week that I was working on. And it was one of those things where like, we talked about everything ahead of time, but there was some sort of miscommunication in the pipeline. And round 1 came around and it was like, they didn't like it. And I was like, and they were a little upset. And I'm like, no, wait, hold on a second. Because this is what we talked about. But I think there's a little misunderstanding, talk them through it and say, look, you still got 2 rounds of changes. We're going to get this where you want it. And we did. And they're super happy with it. So that's great. As far as the content, I thought it was really interesting because the stuff that I ended up making this weekend was actually like something that I feel is like real worthy. It's like something that is like, I don't know. I looked at it in the end and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is as not last minute, but like as rushed as we had to turn this around. It was just kind of like, I can't believe it came to this because now I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this on the reel after all of this rush. So I was really happy with it. I did like this almost like modern version of an old 80s promo thing with stars and flying lines and colors and stuff. And I'm really happy with it. So interesting how that works.
You guys are funny.
Why? Talking
People
about
the chat. Yeah. Now you're shaking your leg.
Dude,
on camera. It looks like something else.
Oh, I'm shaking my leg. Oh, I always do that. I've had so much caffeine this morning prepping for the show. I didn't sleep well last night. I got this sinus thing, and I'm just like downing coffee. So I should like get a standing desk for that reason. It'll probably help me burn off the energy.
You know, I want to, for my new office, I want to do a standing desk, you know, but I've actually it's been back and forth about, I've read things that say standing desks will kill you, but I've also seen, you know,
Why?
sitting desks will kill you. And it's like,
No, I think
I don't know.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Oh man, the chat. Immaculate Conception. Dave begins the race of Beeple's people.
So
Gosh.
stupid.
Oh my. Anyway, we're getting ready for the guys to get here. We've got Mitch and EJ coming in tomorrow. We're gonna have lunch and dinner with them. We got David coming in on Thursday, and we're gonna go to hang out with the already been chewed guys. It's kind of a tradition now that we go hang out with them. We're going to get to see some people we haven't seen in a while. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And then we're getting ready. I think we're up to almost 110 tickets sold for the event so far.
Yeah.
This has been an interesting push as far as doing Facebook ads. I've been doing some random A/B comparison test stuff and, you know, all that type of, you know, video or still images or slideshows, what works, what doesn't work, what audiences. And, you know, I'm not like a big social media marketing person, so I'm trying to do this myself, and it's been interesting to see what's actually driving quote unquote sales for free tickets. But, you know, we're spending a little bit of money to try and figure this out because honestly, I think
we're spending a lot of money.
We always spend so much money on
we
these.
always spend so much money on this.
Know. People don't even know.
You know, we get a lot of sponsorships, but the sponsorships are mostly for you guys. You know, the sponsorships are almost all for you guys. Maxon throws us some money, which is awesome of them, you know, but really a good majority of all of this come from our pockets. Just so it's basically a big excuse for us to all get together and hang out.
Right.
So,
that's basically what it is.
I'm going to tease this, but I've been talking to Dave about, you know, finding out the date for the next one and then starting to push it now so that we can actually maybe sell some tickets and so that you guys who aren't living in the Dallas area can actually come out and, you know, participate.
Yeah.
You'll have enough warning to where you could actually like maybe, you know, fly into town.
Yeah, we'd like to get this to a point where it's like a quarter res, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we can get permission to use that name. We'll have to ask.
South.
Half res south. I like quarter res because it's not as big as half res.
Yeah. So
anyway, and someday hopefully they'll do like full res, like a huge one somewhere.
Yeah.
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 So there's that. So that's fun. And I just wanted to put this out there because everybody's getting ready for NAB. We're talking about NAB prep, especially on the Slack channel. Everybody's coordinating and stuff like that. So if you're going to go to the Super Meet, which we used to go to, and it's a lot of fun, but we don't have time to go to it anymore with everything that we're doing. If you guys happen to go to the Super Meet, I just need to tell you, use a throwaway email address for the love of God. Because you think NAB, if you sign up for the Super Meet, you get on the worst list in the entire universe. I still get emails almost every day, especially coming up to NAB, from all sorts of people that they sold my email address to. It is the worst.
Yeah, it's really
I'm
awful.
talking hundreds of people start bombarding you with email. So do not use your regular email address for Super Meet. You will be so upset.
I think that's probably a good word of advice for, I mean, just after NAB, you know, expect
it's
lots
awful.
of emails. It's your post NAB, you know, unsubscribe. It's awful.
And the thing is, because they sell it to everybody, you can't just do one unsubscribe. After it goes out to 100 people, you have to unsubscribe from those, and then
they can resell that again. That's why they ask you when you're signing up for the NAB stuff. It's like, what's your interest? You know, oh, I like this, I do this, I do this. And then they can sell it a whole lot better.
I don't get that much from the NAB address. But you know, I do that thing with the standalone, the catch-all.
Yeah.
You know, it's an old domain that I've had for like 20 years, and that's
really smart.
So supermeet@mediasplash.net gets like crap, all sorts of crap. And so it's to the point where I've just done a redirect, so that stuff just mutes, and I never see it. It goes right to spam. But that's the thing that you can do with these catch-alls is set your own address, and then just you know who sold your info basically. So
yeah, that's really nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Or who got hacked. So
who got hacked?
Yeah. So live stream updates. I wanted to talk about those. We didn't do an Octane or a Redshift this week. We were going to do a Redshift at the last second. I found out Liam had something going on. This week, obviously, it's super busy. We got this live stream. We don't have the live stream Thursday because we're going to be doing our thing. And we're going to be attempting our stream on Thursday.
Still be trying. Yeah, exactly.
So there might be some. So I don't want to have a conflict with that. So I think in the Skype chat, I've asked Liam if he wants to do a different night, like tonight or tomorrow. It's up to him. So just we'll probably get back to regular live streams next week. I don't know. He might want to take a week off. He'll probably tell me right now in the chat. Slack. We talked about Slack. There's a Fusion channel now. If you're getting into Fusion,
is there really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure Liam will probably be all up in it.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now.
Dude, the Houdini channel on our Slack, even though I don't use Houdini, it's so good.
I know. I just kind of peruse it.
There are so many smart people in that Houdini Slack.
That's one of those.
So if you're interested in learning, and actually here's another idea that I had. I thought about creating a new channel called basically No Stupid Questions or something like that. So anyone who wants to come in and literally, because I think a lot of people are worried that they come into the Slack.
Yeah. I know what
At
you're
least
saying.
I know with the motion design Slack, I had this problem a lot where it's like, okay, I don't know if this question, I'm a professional, yes, but I don't know if this is going to be seen as a noob question. I don't know. I was kind of self-conscious about that. Maybe a whole channel dedicated to, hey, it may be a stupid question, but you know what? We're not going to make fun of you.
Can we do an autoresponder that's that weird version of SpongeBob that's going like repeating the same thing back, going, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it over audio.
No, I know
what I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
And
you can't do this.
Yeah, it's like it takes whatever. Sure. I don't know.
I like that. What's up, Penny?
Kent is in the Slack channel right now and has a link to the NVIDIA webinar with Jules from last week, which is something I completely missed. We met Kent up in New York City, NAB
That's right.
East.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
along with Mike Badano.
I mean Emmett Smith. I think that somehow I missed that this week. So I'm going to put that in the show notes. I really want to check that out, actually. So you can check that out. Or if you want to go straight to the Slack channel, you can see where that is.
Cool.
And so, yeah, Fusion, and Liam has said, no, he's not going to do a live stream this week. He just responded back to me. And the Fusion channel, Liam's probably going to be up there. I know he's been using Fusion. There's not a lot of activity in there yet, but if you kind of want to get into that, it's kind of like Nuke Lite. So it might be a good gateway.
If Fusion is Nuke Lite, then what is After Effects?
After Effects would be it's not Nuke. It would be called I know what it would be called. It'd be called iNuke.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's iNuke.
iNuke. Okay.
All right. It would be Apple's version of Nuke.
Right.
Just
okay.
Completely dumbed down, and over time it will just get worse.
Yeah. Well done, sir. I like that. I like that.
And let's talk about Google image search, because this is a really, really annoying thing that just came up.
Super annoying. So apparently, Google, in order to appease some of the big image people, what's the name of the Getty? Yeah. In order to appease Getty, changed it to where now if you're Google searching, for an image or something, you can't just view the image as it is,
Why would that be to appease Getty? I don't understand that. What is the reasoning?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Getty didn't like that, they were showing the full res versions of their stuff, or I don't know. It was
not full res versions though, because they all had watermarks.
I know.
And a lot of times if I found something good enough on there, then I would go actually buy it from like the other one, Shutterstock or.
Yeah, Billy Chitkin says you can get an extension for view image. Literally, just adds the button back. Yeah,
I told you someone would come out with a Google extension for that.
Okay, well that's good to know. Because I'm going to download that. But still, it's like it's super annoying. You know, come on, Google. I thought you didn't bow to anybody.
I don't understand. It just seems like it would be. I don't know. It just seems like it would be advantageous for them to have that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I know
they sell more images that way. They're watermarked, so man, so many people in the chat.
It might
Cornelius
be because
Amric is watching too. Jeez, and Penelope. Well,
I don't know. Awesome. I think the like maybe people greedy images. Maybe people were
you're so distracted by the chat.
I know I am. The would see the low res ones and download those and be using those copyright free, and Getty didn't like that. Maybe I don't know. That's the only way that I can see things.
Yeah, you find a piece of vector art and it's watermarked, so you just take it into Illustrator and vectorize it and just delete the watermark.
Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah. Well, I don't know why they didn't just block them from their service. It seems like that would have been easier than changing the whole thing, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I did want to talk about or plug in though Luminous for Octane. Mm-hmm. There are a couple issues that are arising with certain versions of Octane right now.
Yes.
3.07 in particular, because that's a full version. There are 3.08 issues, but we're waiting for the beta to be done because we just don't know what's causing that and why, and if that's even going to stay the way it is. But next week I actually have marked down to do I'm going to have to do an update. Something about 3.07 changes something to do with the way that we have the sourse.
I think it was the addition of I think the addition of the CN specular or CN diffused. I think they somehow recoded stuff and it kind of broke a little bit.
Because I had something turning something off and there's something in Espresso that broke, and then there's also this weird hotspot issue that is something new that came up. So
when you open your Spotlight, immediately if you don't need to see your source, turn your source size all the way down to 0. That's a way to fix it right now.
Yeah, and we'll have it update out pretty soon. So just tight on that. It's funny it's the first time we heard of it.
I know, and it's just been within the past week we've had a couple of things.
Yeah, so it's something very, very new, I guess. So other things, we talked about the Cool Fire title. We've got our buttons and stickers in for Brograph. We're going to give them out at DFWC4D and NAB.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody will wear a Brograph button when they're on when they're walking the show floor at NAB.
Cool. We get the buttons tomorrow.
Button. Who's got the button?
Yeah. So man, they were so cheap too. The buttons were like $150 for $40. That's pretty good.
He said it. He said the thing.
What did I say?
I said it's pretty good, I guess.
Oh.
Drink.
Yeah.
All right. Pro Video Podcast, I'm actually catching up on as well because I've been really behind on some of my podcasts and stuff. And I know David was on. Listen to that. Liam was on. And did you know that Paul Robinson was on? Because I completely missed that.
I think I did. I
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
And so I'm catching up now. So that's been fun. So check that out. There's a lot of great people on there. There's a lot of crosstalk. It's fun hearing David talk about how he became Octane Jesus and all that kind of stuff. So hearing Liam talk about being Redshift Judas. So
there you go.
Yeah. And
eventually we're going to have all 12 disciples, and then we can recreate the Last Supper with actually all the people. Yeah,
there you go. I've done that before with a huge group of friends.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. So we should do that at NAB, by the way.
Yeah, we should.
I'll go out and recreate the Last Supper. It is going to be a short show today because we are in prep time and we don't have a lot of notes. I was really scrambling to get some good topics for today. So it's going to be a short show. And by that, I mean, whatever, because it always ends up being 2.5 hours anyway.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, let's go to Ravcock. What's your flavor?
What's your flavor? That's pretty good, right?
Sensitive Cube. I wanted to bring up Sensitive Cube.
Yeah.
Because he has done, and this is just when I wrote it down, 247 rando renders.
247. When he hits a year, we are going to do a yearly celebration of Sensitive Cube.
Oh yeah.
It will be a year celebration.
247, and that was, I don't know, 5 days ago or something. So if you go to randorender.com, if you haven't heard us talk about it before, randorender.com is just a place on our site where you can basically hit a button and randomize different words and make a daily render out of it, which is great. Yeah. I love that people are actually using it and posting it. I haven't updated the site to show the new stuff. It's going to be really hard to like go in there and get all of Sensitive Cube stuff and put it on the page because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But really great. You know, make sure you hashtag RandoRender when you do it so that I can find it on Instagram or on Twitter or on Vero.
That's funny.
If you can,
it's so cool. Like
to open.
The fact that he's done so many of these is just so incredibly awesome. Like, and the fact that we haven't updated it since he started doing it, you know, like, because I've seen a couple of, you know, repeated type things, but it's like, yeah, he's had a lot of different stuff thrown at him, and he's been able to do it. And what's cool is like he's not just doing stills; he's also doing animation to it too. You know, it's very cool.
And you can see the progress in like technique and ability going up as that goes. If you go to Sensitive Cube's Twitter account, which is at ONCUBE_JP, that's a really hard one to find. But if you go to that, you can actually peruse all of these renders. So let's see which one he's up to now. 253 now.
That's awesome.
So this one was Snow Mustache.
I like it.
So he's
channeling his inner cool fire
and inner Beeple and all the stuff and things. This is just really cool to look. If you go back to the beginning,
that Snow Mustache looks good.
Yeah, you go back to the beginning of his Twitter account, you can see the progress going on.
Yeah.
You know, as he picks up some of these. We actually met him at Seagraph this year. I don't know if he's coming to any of the other events that we're doing, but man, I'm just like so impressed that, I mean, he's the only person that's really kept it up like this hardcore.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Great job, Sensitive Cube.
That's awesome. So go check that out, randorender.com, and do one and hashtag and tag us in it or whatever, so that you can make your Cinema 4D ability better, and also come up with things on the fly, which is what you have to do when you're working with clients, right? You've got to, I want this thing. And you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to do it if I want to get paid. So that's kind of part of the deal too. So who else do we have up in here? We've got David Arias. Oh, he loves the transition. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, I love the transition.
Sage, the Brograph replay. I need to have a sound effect that goes with it too.
Oh yeah,
this is stuff to talk about. I would like to talk about, though, while we're on Ravcock, Octane render and Ranch computing with image sequences. So the big project I was working on this week had a bunch of television screens in it, and I went in to Premiere and I created these movies for each individual screen that came on at the right time in the animation. And I exported all of those to image sequences, and then I bring those in as emission textures in Octane. And I'm like, all right, but this is something that had to be rendered path tracing, 6,000 samples, really big render. I want to say it was 900 frames and 6 minutes a frame.
Is this still going right now?
No, it's done.
Okay,
it's done. I had to basically, because I couldn't use Ranch, I had to downsample it a little bit, and it came out good. It came out fine, better than I thought it would at that sample.
Yeah, the whole reason you couldn't use Ranch is because
the problem with when you upload. Okay, there's a plugin when you're using Ranch for Cinema 4D, and it's called Ranch Checker, and you go through and it checks everything in the project, make sure there's no broken links or pieces missing, plugins, or even fonts, for example. You know, some sort of font that isn't mixed down to a spline, you know, because they might not have that font on their system. So you kind of get everything in order, and it goes in and tells you what the errors are, and you fix them. So I did all of that, and then I did the file, and I had 7 different image sequences for 30 seconds a piece. That's pretty big. You know, I had like 10 gig worth of image sequence files. So I went to their site and went to upload the VUC file that it creates, like a packaged file. Right. And I'm like, this is only like 15 meg. There's no way that this contains everything. So for some reason, they allow you to do this thing where it does the textures separately in a separate folder, which is dumb.
Oh, really?
Because you can't upload it that way because it says the textures are missing. I thought maybe if you did the separate texture folder, you could replace the files yourself, but it doesn't work that way. So I have folders full of image sequences, and it just puts the frames from the images from the frame that you're on when you save the VUC file. And as we've talked about, not very happy with the way customer service is with them. So I'm like, there's no way that I could get an answer on this right now. I have to start the render right now. And that's why customer service for something like this has to be live 24/7. Yeah. And I couldn't find any info on their website. They don't have a forum. They have a FAQ, but it's not going to be in there. Yeah. So you can't do image sequences with Octane in Ranch Computing. So you're SOL. So I had to basically bring the samples down and then wait like an extra, I don't know, 20 hours for my render to be done. Yeah. This weekend. So it's done. At least it's done. But just a heads up, if you got anything like that, don't plan on going to a render service. Now, I don't know if Orc would do it, but
I mean, I'm sure it would, but
I was just like, can't spend the money on this. It wasn't the money. So
also in I don't know if this is Ravcock or whatever, but the Facebook is now allowing you to upload 3D models straight to your timeline. Did you know this?
No. Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. Like I've seen a few people in the Octane user group actually like uploading models, 3D models that you can view in 3D.
Oh, I saw that. The face.
Yeah.
The face thing. But I thought that couldn't have been. I didn't even think about the fact that wasn't a 360 thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Interesting. Interesting. So I did see that. So you know how I discovered this? Is I was scrolling through the Octane Facebook feed, and there's a picture of that face model that somebody did. And as I scrolled down the screen, I was like, it looks like I'm looking up at him now. And I'm like, is this an illusion? And I would scroll back down, and I would scroll back up, and I'm like, I swear I'm looking down at him, and he's at the bottom of the screen. And I'm looking up at it. I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, I realized that it loaded, like it hadn't fully loaded. And it loaded this model. And I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together, because that couldn't have been a 360. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, so as you scroll, it actually moves the model just a little bit to give it a little bit of parallax as you're scrolling through your Facebook feed. Pretty interesting. So I don't know the reason, and I don't know what format it has to be. Do you know any info on that?
I don't know. We should
try it out.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you do? I mean, it's just in the normal place where you're in Facebook and like...
I guess. I mean, I think you can upload... I don't know if you upload I don't really know. Like, I saw... The way I saw someone do it was they used either a plugin or a whole separate website, and then were able to bring that into Facebook.
Because I'm looking right now, I don't see a way to do it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That's Facebook. Facebook is dumb. Gonna move all my stuff over to Vivo. Barrow, whatever it's called.
One of them. What is it?
One of those.
Venmo. I'm just going to move everything to Venmo.
Just move everything to Vimeo.
You can check out all my artwork on Venmo. Why are there so many social media platforms? Why do they think another one's going to take off?
I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah. Sage says it has to be this weird file format, which I think that makes sense from what I saw. Yeah.
Weird. Oh, and we got Mr. Plow coming in.
Mr. Plow is coming in.
Too. Yes. He's coming in to visit. So that's going to be fun. So he's going to be on the show. I don't know about next week, but maybe the week after. We got to figure out the timing on that because I really not just want to talk about like how to use the service. I want to know as much as he can say.
Yeah.
The background behind it and the tech and how do you run your farm and Like, I don't want it's not what's your secret, but like the technology and how do you handle this and who programs it for you and what do you have to do to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed? Like if too many people hit up, like I have so many questions like that. So we're going to have dinner kind of pregame and figure out a plan on what we're going to talk about because it's going to be a really interesting conversation. But, you know, it's one of those things where I love that we're going to dinner, but I don't want to like talk too much about it because I want to save it for the show because the second time around, it's always like not as good of a conversation. So
yeah.
We're just going to bullet point what we're going to talk about and be like, nope, don't talk about it.
Yep.
We'll just sit there and stare at each other at dinner, I guess.
Yeah. That's what
Anytime
I do anyway.
anyone says anything or they stop eating for a second. Hey, so you guys, nope, save it for the show.
Save it for the show.
So he gets back on the plane. See ya.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.
All right, we can do the show now.
So let's talk about topics this week. Number one, I wanted to talk about native advertising.
Native advertising.
Native advertising and whether or
Define
not
that.
Whether or not it's a b-hole move or not to have native advertising because a lot of people
I don't think I know what native advertising is.
Now. Okay, let's say you go to here's a good one, of course, BuzzFeed. You go to BuzzFeed, right?
Okay.
And you see an article, blah blah blah, 7 something something. You won't believe what happens next. And so it's a clickbait article, and then you look, and there's a little tag on it that says sponsored content. So what's going on is
sponsor content.
Yeah, sponsors are actually writing this content, these articles, quote unquote articles, but they're always in favor of something that's their product.
Okay.
They're pushing something. So it has a little tag, and it says, I mean, it has to disclaim, it says sponsored content. And then you look at it, and you're like, oh, well, this is just.
Yeah, Gizmodo does that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is people will do like I don't. It's not exactly like product placement, but they'll put it in stuff too.
So
it's like
it would be like if we, you know, if on our tutorial site we said this is the easiest way to, you know, make lens flares, and then it's just an entire article about, you know, Video Copilot's stuff.
And it's because Video Copilot gave us the article to post.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we post it on our site, and there's a little tag that says sponsored content.
Yeah,
but you can do that in anything, and it's kind of more like product placement. It's something where, you know, you might put something into a scene, you know, somebody enjoys a nice refreshing Coca-Cola.
Right.
But there's been more and more talk about that, and I kind of feel like it's kind of a b-hole move to have it because it's like you're tricking people, and a lot of people don't see that sponsored tag. I don't know if a lot of people are getting
I've gotten
for this.
tricked once or twice on it.
Yeah.
You know.
The Real Bastard says GLB is the format, by the way, in case you're curious for the Facebook thingy.
The GLB format?
I don't know what format that is.
Okay.
So there's that in native advertising, and I just feel like it's a jip because tricked when you read something and you're like, oh, look, this is actually just an article written by such and such. And I feel like maybe that's happening more and more. You could almost say that about some of the stuff Beeple's doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could call that native advertising when he's doing the stuff for Adobe or whatever. Or is it Adobe? I can't remember.
That's still artwork. You know,
I don't feel like that's like I don't feel like that in particular is a b-hole move. I feel like the websites with the
where they're tricking you into doing.
Where they're tricking you. Yeah. But so I don't. Yeah, I want to be clear on that. I don't feel like that's the case with the artwork. But like people posted the Adobe partner thing using Adobe stock, and he did something with it. I guess you could call that native advertising. What I'm more thinking of is kind of a crappy move is A, with the websites, but then B, when you put them into other things, like, for instance, podcasts. So it would be like, you know, we talk about the Bose headsets all the time, right? It would be as if they were paying us, and we had like some sort of disclaimer at the bottom of our website that says the podcast is actually sponsored by Bose. And
like how would you guys feel if this whole time we were actually sponsored by Bose?
Yeah,
we just had
a sponsored by Bose.
Yeah.
We built this
we never
entire
said
motion graphics thing just to sell headphones. The only reason you caught us.
The Bose graph.
Oh, Raid Zero says that throw it in the dingus t-shirts need to happen.
I don't think so.
Did we talk about the Render Things shirts?
We did. We mentioned it, and then you were a couple days late after you said these are going to be uploaded today, and then you didn't set them for like 2 days later.
No, I did it. I did it that day. They were live that day.
All right.
I promise you. It was late that night, but it was done that day.
All right.
For sure. The Render Things shirt and hoodie is available on the site and on Amazon. If you just search Brograph on Amazon, it'll come up.
Yeah.
By the way. This episode sponsored by
Brograph Render Things t-shirts and Bose 35.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know what else there is to talk about native advertising. It's just I see more and more of it, and I'm kind of curious if other people are getting a call for it from their clients to do certain things like that in video, because it's sneaking its way into video and into graphics and stuff like that. And I don't think it's as sneaky of a move, because to me it feels more like product placement. Yeah. But I look at that and I'm like, at some point I think somebody's going to get, I don't know why they would get in trouble for it, but I feel like somebody is going to get litigious enough to make a lawsuit out of native advertising.
I disagree.
And do there need to be any rules?
We're a capitalist society, dude. Like,
yeah, but do there need to be rules about it?
The NRA pays enough. You know, the NRA runs the country.
I mean, that's native advertising right there, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows about the NRA now.
Right.
Apparently, any publicity is good publicity. So
that's true. I just read something on Reddit today about there was some pastor or something who demanded a whole bunch of advertisers stop advertising back in the 90s, Married with Children. And that brought so much media attention to the show that they actually became very popular because of it. I don't know. Yep.
Well, all right, let's move on.
I don't know how much that had to do with motion graphics.
Kyle Detman sent in a question, and he said, how do you take a vacation as a freelancer? I'm about a year in, and I feel like it's impossible. Any tips would be helpful.
This is a really good topic. This is a really good topic. And, you know, for those who haven't read the Freelance Manifesto by Joey Kornman, Brograph sponsored by no. Actually, he has a sponsor to DFWC4D because if you're going to be there, they're going to be giving away a couple of copies.
He's sending somebody up.
He's sending someone, yeah. Yeah, they've actually got someone here in Denton, so who's going to come down and actually, you know, give away some copies, which will be cool. So, but really, that talks a lot about freelancing and going on vacations and stuff. Yeah. So basically, treat a vacation as you would a client. So it's no different than being booked on a gig for a week, right? What are you going to tell your other clients if, you know, you're already booked on another gig? You're going to say, oh, I'm actually booked that week, you know?
Right.
And I use this excuse all the time. I've got a few clients that I really don't like to work for because one, they're really slow to pay, you know, two, their rate is not as high as I would like. And three, they ask for really stupid stuff that I, you know, not to sound like a butthole or anything, but I feel are kind of below me, you know? So like, I will sometimes like,
it's not that it's below you. It's just, it's not worth your time to do this little
I guarantee
for $100 or
absolutely
something. That's
100% true that it is not going to go on my reel. Nothing from that client will ever go on my reel.
Right.
You know? And so the Joey talks about in the book making basically when you're doing holds, you know, to put yourself give yourself first hold. So you are the first person who is always on that hold. And so if a client comes to you and says, I want to book you this day, then you say, well, I've already got someone on first hold. I could put you on second hold and let you know, so that way you can decide if another client comes along, or say you're getting a vacation, other gig, or, I want to go on vacation. Treat it just like you would any other gig. At least that's the way I see it. Yeah.
You have to. And even with stuff like this, DFWC4D, we were planning to get our crazy amount of projects we had this month done by a certain day. And we were kind of like, okay, last week was like wrap up all these projects week. And of course, like they just pushed and pushed and pushed through the weekend until today. And we finally got them done. So you have to make sure that your projects kind of wrap a week before, because you're going to have the straggler stuff. You're going to have, this one over a day. You got an email from a client that came back and said, I just needed one last change. I forgot about this one little thing.
Yeah.
You got to wrap up the emails and the invoicing and all that other stuff. So create a buffer zone. But we turned down work for this week because there's just no way. Yeah. And it's just work that had to be done this week. And we're like, sorry, we just can't.
Yeah.
So,
and when client comes to you and says, yo, are you available this day? Sorry, I'm not. I'm booked on another thing. You don't have to tell your clients what you're booked on, it's exactly. Like, sorry, I'm booked on another gig. Like that's the joy of freelancing. They're not your boss.
Yeah. I had somebody project, and then they're like, if you in the next month or so, how is that going to work as far as your pipeline? Are you going to be behind? Are you going to like, I can't tell you what my pipeline is going to be in 2 months. I kind of can, but I can't tell you what it's going to be in 3 months.
Right.
And I can kind of let you know, I kind of know where it's going, but I'm just like, honestly, you just let me know what you got, show me what you got, and I will make it happen. Like, look, I'm straight honest. I'm like, if we get overflow, we go to contractors. They work with us all the time. They're the same skill level, if not better. Most of them better.
Yeah.
And so don't worry about that. And we'll make it happen. So just don't worry about the schedule. You let me worry about blank.
Yeah.
And just,
if say you're really worried about cash flow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's been a few times, because I work remote, because we both work remote, I've gone out of town. I went up to I went up and visited my grandpa for about a week. And so I was still working. I brought my laptop. That's the whole reason we bought our laptops in the first place, is so that we could run Octane on our laptops. We could run it remotely. So
and you did the show from your grandpa's place in like the middle of
I did,
wherever you were. Yeah.
Middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Middle of freaking nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it actually worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they got 20 megabit.
Probably better than what you got at your place right now.
Nah, mine's a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Not much.
Yeah, because Kyle was saying, do you wait for a gap? I'm like, oh no, you just book it. Especially if you have a family. You can't change when your kids have spring break or when your SO gets their 1 week vacation time. So you have to have it on the calendar.
Yeah.
You just have to make yourself do it.
Yeah, unless you're booked like 3 or 4 months in advance, like way to go for being booked that far in advance. But you just got to do it. You just got to do it.
You have to have a good support system too of contractors that you trust.
Yeah.
As well. There are work, and there's people that we go to with overflow work, and we kind of have a trust system going to where you've got to make that person's client happy if you're taking over work for them.
Yeah.
Because it's a big deal that you get it right, because go through you for like that one time, and then they're going to go back to the other person that passed you the work when they're free again. And you don't want them to not like the job you did and get pissed off at your friend. Yeah. And then you want to feel good passing it too.
Your word weighs heavily on their decisions for the next job and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
So,
but that support system,
it's your reputation, really.
Yeah. You want to be able to go to that contractor too and say, look, I am so over my head in swamps. Can you take care of this?
Yeah.
And you know, you gotta make them proud.
Yep.
So,
you can do Octane from the beach. You know?
Yeah, you can do Octane from the beach.
Yeah.
It can be a little hot.
Yeah. Especially on your legs.
On your junk. You got the GPUs going on the beach on your junk. That's going to get really hot. A 1060, 1080 inside your laptop, just blowing hot air on you while you're frying in the sun. But, you know, at least you're on vacation.
Right. Right.
Don't get sand in that laptop, bro.
That's funny.
Let's talk about links. Got some links here. I wanted to talk about a program that I found called Windurstat, and it's a really hokey looking program, but it's really great. If you're a Mac user who switched to PC, there was a particular program. It used to be free, and now you have to pay for it on the Mac. It's called What Size, and I really, really like that program on Mac, and it's really well done. And this program on PC is very similar. It's not as well done. It's very hokey looking and has these weird Pac-Man things while it's calculating. But I've had so much issue with space on my laptop because you get these SSDs. They're not very big unless you want to pay out the rear for some giant expensive SSD. So I'm constantly dealing with unsyncing things on Dropbox and deleting old downloads. Because, you know, you go into your downloads folder and you're like, what is this 4 gig file in my downloads? Delete. And there's caches.
I hate it that I sometimes just, you know, quickly drag stuff from the downloads into like a project that I'm working on, you know, and that's the worst instead of like not copying it in there. It would be nice if After Effects had that same type of thing where it says, you know, this is not in here. Would you like to add it to a, you know, a consolidated something? I don't know. Yeah.
But there's like your disk cleanup. If you do disk cleanup, it finds all those temporary files. You've got that weird app data folder that always has random junk in it. And this is a really good program. And it's free. It's called Windurstat. So it's very similar to that. But if you're having issues with space, I definitely recommend that. There was a Reddit thread the other day, just wanted to put this out here. This is a rumor thing. Maybe this should have gone in Ravcock, but Apple posted a job posting for Metal and OpenGL, and then they put like an NVIDIA posting. So there's this rumor that maybe they're going to put an NVIDIA card in something soon, and I don't know if it's going to be like this rumored new Mac Pro. You know,
this rumored new Mac Pro, I bet you anything is not going to be what we want it to be. We want a desktop computer that looks like the old, you know, we want basically the cheese grater, just better, you know, and newer, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
I still have my theory that it's going to be a modular design, but you have to buy proprietary modules from Apple.
That's exactly what I'm going to agree.
You can get a Radeon.
I think it's going to look, I think it's going to be basically the iMac Pro. You know, the iMac Pro with basically you can buy just, you know, external GPUs and stuff like that, external GPU boxes. So you can do that. And then like, I don't know, can you update the processor from that? I don't know. See, it's so
module
stupid.
Kits, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, oh, yes. And Sage, he's talking about the stupid freaking, like he said, GD page file in Windows. I came across that when I was using that thing the other day, the Windurstat. This page files I was creating, I think it's memory dump type stuff, and I'm like, really, 50 gig of page file? I'm like, can we not find a way to clean this up?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the thing we used to have on Mac where I would do that little hack to clear the RAM.
Yeah.
You know, with the it played the lemon grab noise.
Ooh!
That sounds. The page files are just absolutely abhorrent, and like if I delete this, is Windows going to shut down? You know, you get a little nervous. You're like, maybe I shouldn't delete this because I might corrupt something.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what to do with this, but it's huge, and I need to clear it. And maybe if I reset, oh no, scared, guys. Yeah. So, Anyway, the modular thing with Mac Pro, I think they're going to say you could get an Apple NVIDIA 1080 Ti
that would be
for $2,000.
So
and it's
awful.
Proprietary. You can plug it in, and I think it's going to be something like that. I really do.
I sure hope not. I really hope not.
So, I don't know. Another link, Caitlin Kaju, she's been on the show before. She works for
The Atlantic.
I almost said New York. The Atlantic. Let's subscribe to the New Yorker. Modern. You ever watch not Futurama? Freakazoid? No.
I did watch Freakazoid. Yeah. Who runs around in underwear? Freakazoid.
Yeah. Screwed up right there when you're singing, so that was nice. So she just came out with a new animation. It's really cool looking. It's called The Modern Woman Puts Her Husband in the Kitchen. So check that out. She just posted it on Twitter today. And also, don't think we mentioned this before, but Mitch Myers posted, or not posted, but he was on Motion Hatch podcast. So check that out if you want to hear more from Mitch. I'm really looking forward to his presentation.
Yes.
That's going to be at DFWC4D. Do you remember the title of his presentation?
I don't.
I need to go back and find it because it's something really funny. Because he's going to do this whole thing on business and motion graphics. He is going to show off some of his stuff and his reel, things like that. But he's trying to get into that whole, kind of like what Barton was doing with us and some of the DFWC4D meetups. And I wish I could find it. I don't know if he posted it on like Twitter or...
I think he posted it on both of them, the Facebook and Twitter. I'm looking for it. You keep going.
He's going to do the whole business thing. So I think he probably talks about it a little bit in Motion Hatch. I haven't listened to it yet. I've got it on my crazy list of podcasts that I need to catch up on. But
he said, just a taste of my DFWC4D presentation. You don't have to be an edgy dickhole to be a famous artist.
Yeah.
That was one.
Yeah. There it is. Cool. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to hearing that. I think I'm going to catch up with him here this afternoon so we can get our stuff together. Something we're going to do on the live stream. Actually, after the end of the podcast, when we wrap the podcast, we're going to sit here and kind of casually live stream while we're putting together kind of a plan for DFWC4D and just like talk to people and maybe get some ideas. So that'll be fun.
I'm going to
stay tuned.
I'm going to be working because I've got a couple things that I have to finish.
So you could just work while I do this, and
that's
people
fine.
Just stop by and say hi. It'll be fun. VR Corner. Here's another thing I wanted to do. This is going to be fun. For all those, I know there's a lot of motion graphics people who have VR helmets and VR devices. And so I was thinking the other day, there is a program called, what is it called? Big Screen. And it's on Oculus Rift and on Vive. And it's really cool because you can use your computer in VR and you can be in these different environments and you can have a big screen that you can throw stuff on and everybody can see it, or you can have your own screen and everybody can show up in these different environments and hang out together. And one of them is like a movie theater, which is really cool. And all the people that you know on your friends list can join in and just hang out in this VR theater. And you can watch a movie, but also everybody can be on their computer at the same time. Because you have your computer screen in front of you. And I've gotten really used to the controls in here because I've been using it a lot. This is really weird, but I've been trying to see if like I nap better in the afternoon if I do like a meditative type thing. So I've been trying like some meditative VR stuff for fun. And then let me just flip over to my computer real quick and it's getting it's really cool because I'm getting to know there's a lot of control in this. So I'm sitting there in this theater and there's like open rooms you can join and there's invite rooms and stuff. And I'll go to these open rooms and people are just hanging out watching movies together.
That's cool.
And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, we need to do that, and we need to get in the VR room in Slack and organize some sort of meetup. We can all like sit together and watch a movie.
I agree.
And just hang out, because it would be like we're all together. You can switch seats and do all that. So we can all just hang out together and maybe talk about motion graphics and watch the Avengers or something, you know? Like,
yeah. And that's available on both Steam and Oculus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's free.
I think it's
I want to
free.
say there was a weekend it was free and I got it or something. I don't remember if it's free or not. It's not just in the Steam VR store. It's on both.
Yeah. Sage said there's a beta on the Oculus store.
I know it's called a beta, but maybe it used to be a beta. I don't know if it's a beta anymore, because I mean it's fully functional. And when you're in there, what's great is it works cross-platform, even though it's in two different stores. There's people in there that are on Vives, so I know that like the people in the things that I'm in are on the other platforms as well. So we could all get together.
Yeah.
And then Dan Marino, he said, Big Room. What's Big Room? Is that like a similar thing? Because we could also meet up in VR chat if we wanted to.
Yeah. We could create our own room in VR chat.
What's Big Room? We haven't done a lot. We haven't talked about VR that much.
We haven't done any VR in a long time.
I mean, I've been.
It's like the Gmail beta. Beta.
It's like Gmail beta. Oh, so it's not a VR thing.
Or the Corona beta?
Big screen, the Big Room update. Okay, now I'm so confused.
I don't think they know what beta means. Okay.
So I went to new environments, like you're out. Oh, that's cool. Like you're outdoor in an outdoor theater with a big fire going, and you can watch stuff on the screen. That's a lot of fun. Campfire. See now, a big balcony, and there's a giant screen playing Rick and Morty outside.
That's funny.
I thought it would be good to do this, and then I was like, oh, we could stream the VR stream online. And I'm like, wait, we'll probably get flagged for copyrighted content if we do.
Yeah, maybe.
So we wouldn't be able to watch a movie or anything. Rick Bogus said he can't find it in the Oculus store. I swear it's in like the top free apps or the top beta apps or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I can try and find it real quick. I'll just open Oculus Rift because I want to talk about some of these other things.
Big screen. All one word, maybe.
Let me just open the Oculus app and I'll see. So the thing about, let me see. Open up Oculus. The thing about having the Oculus store is that a lot of these updates happen automatically, which I really like. And I was checking out some of these updates the other day.
Wait a second. You, of all people, like that it automatically updates?
Yes. Because automatic updates on Rec Room, I don't really care. It's so what? It doesn't change anything. In fact, it actually screwed up the other day. The update didn't work. I just deleted the whole thing and started over. I mean, you just log back into your account. It's not really going to break anything per se. I guess it. Yeah, Sage is right. It is big screen beta. Well, that's interesting.
Big screen, not big room. Yeah.
Well, it's the Big Room update.
Oh, okay.
And the Big Room update is the one with the campfire and such. I'm surprised. Some of the things that they've changed in some of these apps. Rec Room has added laser tag now, which is really cool. My daughter sat for like 3 hours playing Rec Room the other day. And what else have I tried? Mission ISS is a lot of fun. You can go through the real space station and actually operate the stuff on it and go for a spacewalk. Titans of Space 2.0 is up. There's Magic Table Chess. If anyone wants to play me chess sometime. Lone Echo. Lone Echo is a lot of fun, but you really have to be careful with it, or you'll get some of that uncomfortable nausea.
Yeah.
But I will say it is so much fun to play. The big thing about nausea in VR is it mainly comes from turning, not moving forward, backward. Yes, you can get nauseous from moving forward and backward too fast, but you're going to get the most nausea from turns. Like if you quickly swing left and right, like because your head will feel like it's spinning. But they remove that from most games now. So where if you hit left or right, it just like jerks you left or right, like flashes you left or right. Mm-hmm. There's very, very little games that even do that kind of spin anymore. Because you were doing it when we were in VR chat. You opted out from using the little jumpy thing, and you were moving around, and you're like, "Oh, I'm getting nauseous." And I'm like,
"Yeah, but like
over
what the way it used to be with the original Oculus, you know, like Oculus Dev 1. Yeah, I did get really sick.
That's so bad.
Yeah, but this one, like, I don't know. It's like once you get used to it, you know, it's okay. It's not too bad.
Yeah, Sage is talking about the Apollo 11 one. The Apollo 11 one is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it is a lot of fun. Lone Echo. What I love about Lone Echo, you do have to get used to the fact that you're moving forward and backward with the thrusters or whatever, but it's slow, and they do it slow on purpose so that you don't move so fast that you get nauseous. So once you get used to that and grabbing things and moving around, it's a lot of fun. Sage said he agrees with me. He's like, I don't get sick, but if you go real fast in Lone Echo with the boost and stop real quick, you get that feeling. David Arias says he got the most sick when he played that hedge maze with us. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
we did the hedge maze.
Stupid hedge maze.
Did we talk about that on the show?
I don't remember.
So we played this. I don't know what to call. I guess I would call this an offshoot, not an offshoot, but an earlier. It was called Alt Space.
Alt Space, yeah.
So in Alt Space, they had all these things that were like mini games or worlds that I don't know if people built them exactly or exactly like where the worlds came from. I know that in VR chat, a lot of people build these things. But we went through this hedge maze, and there was like a Mayan temple at the end that you could kind of see out in the distance. You remember that?
Yeah.
And so we go through the maze. I guess David got
last one to get there.
We finished and went to the top of the Mayan temple, and we actually have it right here on the live chat. We took a virtual VR selfie at the top of the Mayan temple. Rick Bogus was talking about the textures in Lone Echo. They are amazing. They're kind of like, what is it? The Robo Recall.
Oh, Robo
Recall. The
Recall,
textures are so good that you just start looking at your hands as if you're like super like tripping or something. You look at my hands, dude, and you're just looking at the specular and the texturing, and you're just admiring it, you know. And it's really cool because it's very technical. You have all these gadgets on your hands, these different buttons, these different things that do different things. And so it's just a lot of fun to play. It's very technical. If you're a big techie person, you get to like laser stuff and fix things on the space station. And because you're a robot, you're a helper robot, like humanoid type android thing. So Raid Zero says, do you think I'll get a good deal on an Oculus at NAB? They don't actually sell at NAB. Most people don't sell at NAB.
Yeah.
They're $450 right now?
I think they're $450.
I thought it was less than that. I thought it was like
it might be $399.
True fitting.
It might be $399.
Is about true fitting. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm borderline because I have enough computers and computing power around.
$399, yeah.
To be able to get at Best Buy, yeah. I'm to the point.
Oh yeah. VR.
Your Skype totally cut out. What did you say?
I said Blasters of the Universe is available on PlayStation VR today. So there you go.
Now that's not native advertising.
No, that's not.
No.
Is it?
Okay. No. We're not getting paid.
No, that's true. Well, he did send us 2 free copies of Blasters of the Universe.
Oh.
So
no, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Is that considered native advertising? So what I want to do is get a second Oculus Rift.
Okay.
Because my daughter has been bugging me, and she's like, I just want us both to be able to play together. Like, she just keeps telling me this. And I'm like, well, I have the old version of the Oculus, like the version 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no hand controllers, and
yeah.
I just
need
I
to
want
buy
to
a
get
whole
another
separate
one. But the whole thing is that I'm like, they must be on the verge of coming out with a new Rift. And I know as soon as I buy it, it's going to come out with a higher quality screen. I know that it's going to come out. I'm going to want to buy it and give her the old one so that we can play these games together.
Yeah.
Because she wants to play Rec Room with me. She's like, oh, I'm playing with all these other people, but I'm going to play with you. So it's first world problems, right?
Yeah.
I need a second Oculus Rift for my second graphics computer.
Sage says they aren't. Yeah, see, that was my thought.
But why do you say that, Sage? That's what I want to know. Like, why don't you think they're? Because it seems to me like there are some higher res HTC screens. Is it HTC? Samsung? Who makes the screens for them? Samsung.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly I don't think they are. Like at their last Oculus thing, you know, they showed off the new stuff that they're doing, and none of it looked like that.
Do you think they're going to do the Oculus Pro like Vive is doing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I just want a little bit more screen resolution in there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I feel like I feel close. Like, yeah, whatever.
I don't know. It just feels still a little bit fuzzy to me when I'm when I'm all up in there.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could spend considerable more amount of time in VR doing VR stuff. My next thing, I saw that actually Sensitive Cube did this on Twitter, was doing Cinema 4D in big screen.
Oh yeah,
which is really cool because you could just go to a mountaintop and sit there with your screen and watch a movie and mess around with Cinema 4D. I don't know how well it's going to work when it's processing 60 to 90 frames a second and trying to run Octane at the same time, but it's worth a try, I guess, if you have enough cards.
Yeah. Sage says the focus right now is on Santa Cruz inside out tracking, which I agree. And he says it's not going to replace the Rift, which I agree with. Yeah,
inside out tracking is going to rule everything.
Yeah. He said they want to drive the price of the Rift down to like $200.
Mm-hmm.
So, which makes sense to me. That would be awesome. A $200 Oculus Rift would be fantastic. I think so many more people could afford it at that price. I mean, $400. Crap. I spent $1,000 on our Rift, and then
I know.
Less than a year later, it goes down, to $400, and I'm like, man, for the Rift and Touch. So
yeah, and that Oculus Go thing, I forgot about that.
Oculus Go is crap.
Yeah, that's what Rick brought up. But the thing about these sensors I'm very impressed with, and David has had the opposite problem, and I think he posted somewhere that he figured out it's because he was using the third sensor.
Mm-hmm.
I've been moving my Rift around and using it in different places and taking it to people's houses and all of that stuff, right? Oh, David's out. See you later. We're just whatever. It's a live show, whatever. So the 3 sensors are a lot harder to calibrate to do the whole room scale thing, right? If one of them moves, you're going to have some issues. You're going to have to recalibrate, and that's the problem. David was saying that he had 3 sensors and he was going to different people's houses and stuff, and you'd have to recalibrate all the time. What happens with 2 sensors is it's way more forgiving. Dude, I have not technically, quote unquote, set up my room. Like I turned off the grid because a lot of these instances I'm just hanging out or I'm just messing around with the Rift or floating through Lone Echo where you don't have to stand up.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a room scale thing. I'm not tracing the room. I'll set it up. I was at my parents' house and was set it on their coffee table, and I just put the sensors out in just arbitrary places, the 2 sensors. And dude, they just pick up. All you do is recenter wherever you're at and you're good to go. I'm talking these things like if I like I told you, I was trying to take a nap and use it, and the sensors were like on the other side of the room, not even directly faced at me. And the thing still picked me up almost perfect without any glitches. They're very, very forgiving.
Yeah,
is the word I'm looking for. It's great. I love it. So I'm just really impressed with how that works, and it's only going to get better. And of course, inside out tracking, then you won't have to go set these cameras on stands out somewhere, you know.
Yeah, that'll be really nice.
And for AR, you have to have Inside Out for AR.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to see it pull in the depth and data and try and just on the fly recreate your environment. Technology's getting there. Any other VR stuff we want to talk about? Are there any other... I don't know if there's any other programs out. Here's an interesting thing. We took Minecraft on the iPad. So Emily's been building these worlds in Minecraft on her iPad with her friends. And she's like, look, I built this house and a bed and a swimming pool and like all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God, like you need to get into Cinema 4D.
Yeah, right.
So it's cool because it's super constructive and it's really cool with kids to let them just be imaginative with it. And I got Minecraft for Oculus. And I'm like, how can I get her worlds into here? Because they're files somewhere. So you can use iExplorer or one of those programs that you can, plug in and it just sees into your iPad or into your iPhone, sees like the file tree and stuff like that. So you can go in and you can see like application support. And I think you might be able to do this in iTunes too for this particular program. You can pull out those special world files where you designed your world. And then there's like these subdirectories within Minecraft that you can go into for Minecraft VR and put them in there. So she was able to get a really cool experience of, I built this world on an iPad and now I'm going to go inside that world and like walk through my world. Like she was blown away, and that's the kind of feeling you get when you work in Cinema 4D and you make models and you bring them into Unity and go into VR and you're like, wow, I made this. I am God,
Right.
So she loved it. So it is possible to get your stuff from an iPad into VR with Minecraft. A lot of fun.
Sage said David's problem with the 3 sensors was that he was mixing the sensors around, and he said they don't really like it with those 3 sensors. So I could see like I think like he was putting like what he set up as the left, the right, and the back. He was mixing those around. Oh,
I see. Yeah. I see. And the one in the back too, they say to plug into USB 2 and not USB 3. I don't know if David was aware of that. I'm not sure.
I think he was.
I read that in a forum or something somewhere. Yeah. Or maybe I heard it from him, but you have to plug it into USB 2 because USB 3s are already there's so much information streaming from those 2 sensors in the front that plugging in the third one, if you put it in the USB 2 bus, then you're not clogging the USB 3 bus.
Right.
And it behaves better. Okay, good. We filled some time. So let's do a VR meetup. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's any other programs really to talk about right now. I have played Duck Season. That's kind of fun. It's very nostalgic.
Des Bryant says I have no issue with USB 3 at all. So.
Oh, yeah. Des Bryant.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Who's the guy we did the commercial with Barton? What's that guy's name?
I don't remember.
I'd already been chewed. The football, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. Marshawn Lynch says, when I see him next time in person, I'm going to be like, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Anyway, so get in Slack and get in the VR channel and let's organize a little fun like VR motion graphics MoGraph movie night and decide on a movie.
Or you know what? We could do a VR DFW C4D. Oh, dude! While they're here, you bring your Rift, I'll bring mine.
No,
right?
So much. You know how much gear, dude? My truck the other day, I was hauling gear around. It was packed to the brim.
Yeah.
And it was raining, so I couldn't put anything in the truck bed. We have so much gear for this event.
Yeah.
Like I can't even. I literally can't even. Again.
Oh my gosh.
So, all right. You know what it's time for? That's right, folks. It's time for People's People. Yeah.
See, why didn't you have the thing? Why didn't you have the thing? The button.
The same reason that I said last week.
Because,
Because then I would be doing live.
Can you not? No, here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. God. Can you not, like, push the audio out into both Skype and this?
No, because then it would be putting the track of us on Skype from the other computer onto a separate track, and it would be the biggest CF Charlie Foxtrot you've ever seen.
I just think you're. I just don't think you're trying hard enough, Dave.
I know you doubt my commitment to Sparkle Motion, but all right, let's go to People's People. Let's do February 21st, Year of Our Lord 2018. This one is called Rebuild Phase, and you know that people loves these boom boxes. What are they called? What are they called?
The Sound Blaster, Ghetto Blaster.
No, Ghetto Blaster.
Yeah.
Loving them Ghetto Blasters, but he went on to do more. He's got these cool waveform monitors. I want to know if he got these models somewhere, or if he built them himself. Like these really cool, like retro looking computer screens. I love this. I'm gonna say Octane.
I'm gonna say Redshift.
I'm gonna say Octane because of the lighting effects coming off of the emission textures. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Strictly for that reason. I really like this. It's got his default kind of, it's not default, but his signature kind of scratched up.
I think that's actually him.
Filter look. What is?
I mean, look at it. It kind of looks like him.
And it's just a...
That kind of looks like him.
Cassette players and things like that. I don't know. I really want to know, because we've theorized it, if he's put himself into one of these yet. I don't know that that's him.
I don't know.
But it does look like the guy is wearing a jacket from Back to the Future.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, a little bit.
Is it?
Yeah.
Would you just jump ship?
Yeah. Oh, so well, maybe because of that, like this is a reference to Back to the Future. You know,
your
with him.
Jacket is now dry.
Well, I was just gonna say, like the giant speaker in the beginning of the first movie.
Oh,
you know,
dude, it's a Marty jacket and the giant. Oh, he just needs a guitar.
Yeah, and a hoverboard.
I'm late for school. All right, so let's talk about the name of it, which is Rebuild Phase.
Oh, see, he's totally stealing.
I know,
he's
dude.
Straight up, yeah.
Oh, Peopleception is in full effect right now.
Yeah. Rebuild phase.
It's become so meta, it's collapsing in on itself.
Yeah.
It's a supernova. It's a champagne Beeple Nova in the sky.
Oh gosh. Did you write that joke down?
I didn't write that. I really didn't. I didn't write that. I don't know. Okay, how does the rebuilding process
how does it work with this?
Ghetto blasters?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just trying to. I think this is a coup. I think he's trying to throw us off the scent.
Throw us off?
Oh yeah. He's like, let's see what these a-holes do with this.
Well, okay. I don't know. I want to know what these are and what they're for and what they have to do with the rebuilding process. And I think we might not find out yet.
Maybe.
I think we're going to find out a bigger picture. I want a bigger picture of this room.
That's
my thing. That's my thing.
Well, okay. Do you remember the one from a while ago where he had the Ghetto Blaster sitting on like the pedestal and like it looked like a club and everyone was dancing or standing around it and stuff? Mm-hmm. Maybe this is like, maybe that was just the basically the climax, the bottom of the beginning, basically. I don't know if it's the climax. Like everything ends and then this is where it starts again, you know? So that was the beginning, and now they're rebuilding to this massive, gigantic Ghetto Blaster wall.
I don't know, man. I almost want to say like this is a clue or a precursor to something else we're going to see, because I want to know what this whole room looks like. Is this just a wall? Are there multiple walls of this? Is it just this little area that we're seeing? Does it go on like really far?
Yeah.
You know, is this wall instanced? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what is it for? That's the big thing. You got 8-track recorders and waveform monitors, oscilloscopes, and Ghetto Blasters. And what is it? How is it part of the rebuild phase?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to sit on this and think about it a little bit.
Yeah,
and we'll just go on to the next
it's a good piece.
It is a good piece.
Overall, the composition is very nice. You know, I like it.
Let's go to February 24th. Although there's so many good ones in here, but
yeah,
okay,
there are.
This
like
one's
people,
great.
you've been stepping it up. Like, you know, after hold on, Done World. You know, I feel like you're just kind of, you know, but since then you really brought it up a notch.
There's something very Nazi-ish about this next one, which is February 24th, Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Your Beeple viewer of choice.
I love the ground. That ground texture.
The ground is really great.
Awesome.
Now, I want to know about the ground because
it's probably just a texture.
That's the thing. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, it could be just a texture. There's not even maybe even displacement on it, to tell you the truth. There's specular. There's definitely specular.
Yeah.
On it. There, I'm going to say redshift because
I will say
of
redshift,
the environment.
Yeah.
This is a lot of armed people coming toward this guy, and it looks like there's a lot of debris. I feel like something just happened. What is it called again? Swarm.
Yeah, swarm.
So all these guys are coming for this dude in the hood.
Yeah.
In the hoodie. Not in the hood, but he's in a hoodie.
Yeah.
And he's got his arm up in the air, almost like, I'm done. I fulfilled my mission, and it's time for you to capture me.
Yeah.
Because something just went down.
I've done all I can do. Now your turn to take over.
And the debris, it's like something, it makes you think like something behind him just crumbled or exploded.
Yeah. Especially with the fog in the background.
Yeah, you're like, what just happened?
Like some big dust, explosion or something, and that's the dust filling up the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
They're all swarming to him.
Maybe this is the climax.
Giggity.
This is the point in which, the world changes.
Sage says it's a commentary on Black Panther, the movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay.
I haven't had time yet. By the way,
obviously.
Did you? Yeah, obviously. Did you see? Oh my gosh! Did you see the Winston Churchill movie? It's Gary Oldman.
Week, I think.
Oh, it's Winston Churchill. No, I think I just told you on Skype.
You just told me about it.
He's amazing in that role.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing, and the makeup is just perfect. I can't. So far in those two, he's actually built up a little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
Because these are parts of a story that we're going to have to fill in the blank for. So I think, is this the one we're doing? Nova Cluster. This is yesterday, February 26th.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty cool. Now, the first thing, of course, I'm going to ask is, did people just go to Japan?
I don't think so. I think it was there a while ago.
Where? See, because he just said he just went to Amsterdam last week. So I'm surprised that this is here, because usually it's like an influence on whatever city he's in at the time. So this is a very Japanese looking building, but it's like a billion times scale over a modern city.
Yeah.
And it has lots of lights and cables and things going to it.
Those are for the big people's people, and the city is for the little people. Right.
Oh my gosh, that's where like a couple of the big people, the rich people, because they're the guys that got there first before all the workers got there.
The 1%,
the small workers.
Peoples. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're 1% the size.
Oh, right.
So they're now the 1%. So now the lower class is the the lower class is the 1%.
I guess.
It's backwards.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so they live inside the Japanese tower on top of the city, because this is the only way they'll fit. I mean, where else are they going to go? Or else they're going to step on people in the city like ants. What is this, a city for ants? I'm going to say redshift.
I'll say Octane. Nah, I'll say redshift.
I don't see any ambient occlusion.
Yeah,
and I think that's because these are very simple buildings, because they're so small. That this is simple geometry down here with very flat, simple textures. That's what makes me feel like it's Redshift. Like it was just kind of like the textures were just kind of piped in.
Mm-hmm.
And in Octane, I feel like you get a lot more AO going on from just merely doing that.
Yeah.
And I think if you just plugged it in Redshift, you wouldn't get that look unless you really dug down a little more. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the story behind it, besides the big people, the little people, is there anything? Are there any people? That's the thing. There's no Beeple's people in this.
Yeah.
Because they're all in the buildings asleep.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm trying to figure out the scale in comparison. I'm trying to look at this window.
Well, that's why it's got the giant like things holding it up, because it's so big and so straight.
Right. Are they holding it up? Or I guess they're
supports.
Think so. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know what else to say about the story.
Yeah.
We just know that I would say that this is in the far distant future as far as our timeline, because this is the civilization that's been built in the new world.
Yeah, maybe.
Looks like it's
I could see that.
Got all the buildings, and things are starting to get off the ground in this new world with different sized people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very much like the Matt Damon movie. So
right.
Yeah. So that wraps up the People's People. Yeah. So that's fun. All right. What else do we got?
I got nothing.
All right. Let's see. Let's go to email social for a minute before we take off. Actually, before we take off and then hang on the live stream. That'll be fun. This email is from Gav Grant. Actually, this is something that's posted in Slack. This is just a comment. He says, really random, but I love the new outro. Also, the extended silence at the end. I was like, no, they didn't cut out the pretty good, I guess. Did they? And then, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
gotta love name dropping.
Name dropping?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, all the people in the end of the thing? Yeah. And Ad Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Question/comment, product owned, blah, 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 blah. Windows tips.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, guys. Long-time listener of the podcast. You're a long-time Windows user. I thought you might appreciate these tips. Alt-Tab and hold Alt-Tab to be able to click the app you want to switch to. And I did talk about that last week.
You know what? Alt-Tab, I've noticed, does switch between them, and you don't have to click. But if there are multiple windows open, like with Cinema counts like your Octane display
Octane
as a whole nother one. So you actually have to click twice. It just seems like you're not doing it. Which
I feel like sometimes it switches and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm trying it right now. It's weird. And it moves your window, I think. Or maybe it does. But okay, so that works. Shift drag a file is a good one. That is a good one. Yes. So if that's true, let me try it right now. So I'm going to Photoshop.
Oh boy. Now I lost you because Skype is amazing.
You lost me? Really?
Well, yeah, on Skype.
Oh, weird. Okay, it does work though.
Yep.
It does work. Well, all right. That's a good tip. Shift drag, that works. Right click, open with, and then choose the app and say always open with this app. The thing about that is sometimes I don't want a PNG to open in Photoshop all the time.
Yeah.
And I also feel like, I swear sometimes I click and the open with is not there. Have you noticed this? I swear it's not there sometimes. And I don't understand if I'm doing something wrong. And the other thing I don't like is when you do right click that menu. Yeah, the shift drag. That is great. That is great. I love that. Okay, now I know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Stop all the downloading. All right.
We got someone from New Tech High School watching.
Oh, New Tech High School. We got to post our talk from there. We still have that in the queue. Yeah. We have that video. Yeah, that we got distracted with a bunch of projects last year and never posted that. But I have it in the archive. Right-clicking and opening and doing the open with. The thing that I don't like about that is when you right-click, Windows has all this garbage. And there must be a way, I'm sure, I just don't know it yet because I'm a new Windows user. How do you get rid of all this freaking garbage? If I right-click on something right now, I'm like, open, set as desktop background, 3D print this with the 3D builder, turn this into a 7-zip file. There's so much, because then you have all your Dropbox options, scan with Windows Defender, shared albums. I'm like, no, like, stop. Like, I don't need all this info. How can I customize that? That's kind of my thing. How do I customize all of this? I don't know. So, oh, and Dan Marino Emmett Smith says that Open does not work with multiple files. So that kind of sucks. So, let's see.
Oh, you know
what?
There's someone outside my house in their car talking on the phone so loud.
Oh, that's funny. You think you were getting like weird radio feedback or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like the people on the plane.
Yeah.
Huh? What? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane. No, I can't. What?
Oh, gosh.
I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to take off. I'm going down to. Yeah, you tell Bill he's a son of a bitch too. All right, so.
Is that from Family Guy?
No.
Oh.
It's just. I'm a huge Merlin Mann fan, so he's always joking around about that kind of stuff. The people on airplanes just talking just to hear themselves and act like they're important business people.
Hey, I want to give a huge shout out to the guys at Insidium and X Particles. I've been using. So I kind of wanted to push myself in order to learn X Particles a lot more.
Yeah.
And I decided, like, for at least most of my projects, I'm going to try and do something with X Particles, even though it may not need it, you know? So I've had a couple of projects come up, and their documentation on their website is incredible. It's so good. Like, being able to learn how to do this stuff, like, the video manuals are just awesome. Like, I feel like I get a really good understanding of how all this stuff works really easily. So
there's a really good there's a really good cloth system. There's a really good liquid system. There's like VDB stuff. There's explosions. What else? Fire, smoke. They've added like everything. It's a Swiss Army knife now. So it's really cool. So I guess you're going to make it so every project is a nail because you want to use this hammer of X Particles. We were talking about maybe we could do some sort of live stream one day where we're both just, screwing around with X Particles and just trying the different features and just seeing what we're learning and see if other people come on and show us stuff too. You know? The other thing that we've been talking about doing is maybe doing some sort of Skype call-in day where, we just get on the live stream and people Skype in. Yeah, that could be very interesting or very dangerous. One of the last thing that Mr. Morris sent in was install Qt tab bar for tabbed file explorers, which is great because somehow I always end up with over 9,000 tabs. Or not tabs, but windows in my file explorer, and I'll go down and mouse over my file explorer in the bottom bar, and I'll have like 40 of them open, and I'm like, what is going on? So I really like the whole tab thing. I really want to be able to customize and get rid of all this garbage inside of this. Come on, Windows.
Yeah.
Wow me, for the love of God. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. What else we got? We got one more. I lost you. Sorry. Somehow I minimized everything on my computer.
Yeah,
there we go.
I saw that.
So,
I'm gone again.
Mitch. No, you're fine. Mitch Hines. Mitch Hines sent in an email about opening PNGs in Photoshop. The right click and do open with. Again, it's just a lot of steps. I used to do the drag thing. The one thing that I really miss too is the fact that, yeah, Sage, I know you told me about Qt taskbar. I forgot. The problem is, like, everybody's telling me about these things, and I forget to write them down, and I don't remember where the email is. Maybe we need, like, a Windows... I don't know. We need, like, a Slack channel about just, like, making Windows work better.
Yeah.
And just getting around, like, productivity in Windows or something to where you can get around like you can on a Mac. Because one of the things that I really, really liked on Mac is, say you had Finder window open on your desktop. You're working within a project in like 80 bajillion subfolders, and then you open a project in something and you want to do a save as, and it's pointed to God knows some arbitrary folder from some other project. Well, if you take that folder out of your Finder and drag it into the save window on Mac, it just goes straight to that folder, and then you're like, sweet.
Can
and
you
just
do that with the copy location, paste location?
I don't know. Where would that be? I don't know where that is. See, like I just
it's in your File Explorer. You open up your File Explorer, and on the taskbar you do copy address as text, and then you can just paste it as text.
Copy path?
No, copy address as text. It's in your File Explorer.
Copy address. Where is that?
It's like, where it says like this PC arrow, desktop arrow.
See, I don't understand. I'm so confused.
Yeah,
I have copy path, home, file. I don't know. We got frequent places. I don't know. And this quick access thing starts adding stuff that I didn't put in there.
Yeah, see, I disabled all the quick access stuff.
But you need it to put your project in, or else you're going to be going 40 folders deep.
Get rid of all your other crap. You need
but
to
that's
hide
what I'm saying. Like,
stuff.
what is all this? How do you get rid of all this stuff up here?
Go up to the right corner, and you see the little blue question mark. Minimize that. Oh, boy.
Oh, hey, look at that. It's already looking better. Well, that's nice. I do like that. But where's the thing you're talking about where you
you'll see the
copy a location? I don't see I have copy path. Is that not it? Copy the path of the selected items to the clipboard.
Up where it says like, gosh, I'm trying to look at your screen and there's a huge delay.
The delay.
It's right? Like you see the back button and the forward button and the up button and stuff like that. No, go back to your. Oh boy.
Okay, so
show me your screen on Skype.
No, it's too complicated. Yeah. We'll go look at it later. Billy in the chat says we'll make that channel on the Bro Slack, and he'll do an AMA on how to match an OS X feature in Windows 10.
There you go.
So that's nice. So we need a name for that channel. What is it going to be called?
Make Windows suck less.
Right. All right. I'm gonna do a new channel. Make Windows suck less. Purpose. Make Windows suck less. I'm gonna add, just real quick, I'm gonna add you, and I'm gonna add Billy and anyone else who wants to go in there, so you can learn how to make
Windows
suck less. That is awesome. All right, there we go. Right. We got a new channel, so everybody doing that move over from Apple, we can all have these discussions. Then we have a little archive. See, look, people are joining it already. That's great. I love this. Love this. Okay, that's awesome. So that wraps up emails, and I think that's about it. Does anybody else have any questions that they would like to ask before we get out of here and start working on DFW C4D? Because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Lunch. I'm getting hangry.
I'm not getting hangry. I can't eat anything with fats in it. Otherwise, it upsets my tummy. I've lost 3 pounds in the past couple days. Sucks.
That's a good diet program.
I'm going to go have a pear for lunch.
Yay. A pear.
A pear, yeah.
Look at that. We already got people posting stuff in Make Windows Suck Less.
There you go. Thank
awesome.
You.
We're getting post your links to helper programs and all that kind of stuff. Let's make Windows suck less. We need the red hats that say make Windows great again.
Make Windows great again. That's pretty good. I like that.
It just sucks. Oh man, why does it suck? Make Skype better too. Make Skype great again, for the love of God. Let's get out of here. You can rate us on iTunes. You can leave a review. We haven't looked at that in a while. You can also rate us.
I just looked at it.
You can go in and subscribe to us because it helps get our numbers up. If you're just listening on the stream or whatnot, subscribe to our newsletter that goes out every now and then. Say you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt with the no Brograph, no Mograph tee, the limited edition Gate and D. Simone t-shirt, the Paul Babb, Feel the Babb 2020 shirt that I'm wearing right now. All the profits from that go to Doctors Without Borders. And you can also get the Render Things t-shirt or pullover hoodie. Now, I got to say, a pullover hoodie is a little spendy. We're not really marking these up much. So don't think it's because we're like marking up the crap out of it. We really don't make anything off these shirts. It's just
we make like maybe a buck or two. You
know?
know?
It's just for our time. It's just a fun thing. So it's not like we're getting rich off of those. But, you know, having custom shirts, it's not going to be as cheap as going to Target or Walmart. Let's just put it that way. But you're going to have I want to say like the pullover is almost $40, which kind of sucks. But it's the best we can do. So you're going to like it. It's very hard to see the Render Things outline on the website, but it looks fine in real life. We thought about doing like, I have a shirt that's actual like Stranger Things from Target, and it's not outlines, it's actually full red.
You know what, I was at Target the other day and I saw the Stranger Things with the straight lines, and I like straight lines. The
one with the full lines is just too out there flashy. I really like, it's more subtle. It looks good on the shirt. So, and why is Sage asking our shoe size?
I don't
know. That wraps it up. If you want to find us, you know where we are, all over the interwebs. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, Twitch, YouTube, and Brograph.com, and Vero.
Sorry.
You can find us on there doing nothing. Nothing. Because there's nothing to do except sign up and make sure that your friends signed up and say that you're on it. And everybody will forget what it is next week.
Hey, remember that other social media app that was supposed to beat Facebook? You know,
Color.
But what?
Remember that one called Color? And
I do remember Color.
Like, what is Color? And like everyone signed up, but there was nothing to do on it.
There was. I don't remember what was it. It was.
You gotta be ready to scale, or you're gonna fail. Scale or fail. Hashtag.
All right.
Patent pending. TM. Brograph.com.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Until next week, I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Have a good one.
Later, bros.
Brograph.com.
You should get that in there. Yeah, Billy, that'd be a good idea.
What's that?
Skype call in and do a live PC tech support session.
Oh, man. Yikes. We'll outsource all of the tech support to everybody else.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
I think we should try and do that Skype call in like next week or something. That would be a lot of fun.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
All these people joining make Windows suck less. That's great. All right, I'm saving the podcast. That's good to go. All right, guys. So next up on the agenda, while you guys are on the live stream, if you just want to hang out with us, we're going to talk about DFW C4D live. You can see how this works in the background.
Where the get info command is. Stupid.
Get info. Isn't it like right click properties?
Oh.
Oh, okay. DFW C4D. So if anybody has any
C4D.com.
Thanks, Al.
Shouldn't you do the thing first? The thingamadoober?
You talking about?
What you talking about, Woods?
No.
The podcast.
What do you mean? Post it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to post it live on the air.
Why?
I've got to get your file anyway, so it's going to be a minute.
Yeah, it's uploading now.
So I would like to get people's input if you're sticking around on the live stream and see what people think about how we should push the show at DFWC4D. If you've been to Half Res, like I took notes from Half Res and I really liked some of the stuff they did. We're incorporating more time for chit chat. We're going to show, I guess, some promo videos in between But for us, what's really going on with DFWC4D is that we're not bringing people who are just Cinema 4D people. We're bringing in like local people who are producers or they're into editing
I'll be
or
back.
all that kind of stuff. So Matt's going to go have his morning constitutional. And I'm going to try and remember where in the world I put my DFWC4D spreadsheets because I have no freaking clue. So if anybody else out there has suggestions, oh, here it is. So I need to, how do I duplicate a spreadsheet? Doesn't give me the option. Yep, okay. So file, I'm clicking, I'm copying, make a copy. DFWC4D for March 2018. All right. So this will be fun. So, so since the last one, we had some problems at the last one because we had the gas crisis. It was a holiday weekend. It kind of fell short with the amount of people that were signed up as to how many people showed up. And I feel like we lost some people's interest on the way because they might not necessarily be like a full-on Cinema 4D person, but they're interested in it, but they don't want to hear somebody speak about the super tech details. So we are doing some stuff with Cinema 4D, but we're also going to have like an interview with David Arias, and we're going to have like Mitch Meyer's presentation. He's going on about business stuff, and so it's going to be like this more broad sense of motion design and the business of motion design, and EJ will be doing some stuff in cinema, but I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable for a lot of people who show up. And then with that extra mingle time, that'll be cool. And in that mingle time, we're going to show promos from some of our sponsors. We're going to show some of the work that we've done recently, probably re-show the Rick and Morty thing. We're probably going to show, what else? The Christmas thing that we did. So this is what I'm working on right now. Let's see if I can. This is real great stuff, folks. You're gonna. Can I make this big? Hey, there we go. So, oh man, the notifications go away. So how much time do we have between each presentation? We're looking to push more time in between each presentation because we're going to have less speakers and shorter presentations. So that's something I got to kind of figure out. We start at 7 o'clock. So this is like the this is the art of event planning. Sage, real nice banana. So we do doors and mingle time at 7 o'clock. That lets everybody get there. We got somebody checking in people on the Eventbrite organizer app, which is really cool. If you guys haven't done like an event or planned something with tickets, it's perfect for this. You get people to sign up, pay for tickets and whatever. So I wish Matt would hurry up with his constitutional so that we could get this thing going here. Dave and Matt intro themselves. Brograph. I'm going to say Nexus as well, because we're going to show off some of our stuff. And I have these formulas in here, which I believe still work, hopefully. Forget how it works. Like the length the length drives the time so that these update. I want them to come back so we can figure this out. How to set the HDR image invisible in the Octane environment. You go down and you say, there's an option on that, something only, primary environment or visible only. There's a drop down for that on the tag. Okay. I'm going to take out all this sponsor stuff. So I don't know what we're going to do here. So I'm just going off the last one. It's a good way to do it. Hurry up, Matt. Keep environment and check on alpha channel. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I
Can
lost
you hear me?
There you are.
What are you doing?
It must be the stream. When we start streaming, your Skype has these random pauses. I need more bandwidth. So we're going to have Doors and Mingle time at 7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to last for 30 minutes, and we're going to do an intro. But the intro, we're going to mention, hold on to your tickets. We're going to show off what?
We're going to show off Dead Mouse in the...
in what order?
Let's do the Christmas card first. I don't know. Maybe.
And
I'm not going to poop, Sage.
I thought that's what you were. Is that not what you were doing?
No, that's not what I was doing. I was making some lunch.
Oh, I told them all you were going to enjoy your morning constitutional.
No.
Oh. All right, so we're going to show off some of our stuff. We're going to show off those two things. We're going to just give an intro that way. We'll write that later. So that's going to take a little bit. How long is the Rick and Morty thing?
Like 2 minutes, I think.
And then how long is the Christmas thing? Like a minute and a half?
It's like 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to allow...
Should I go over how we actually did some of it?
Well, what do you want to talk about? Because I don't want our stuff to go over too long, because I want to have more of the mingle time in there.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I think it would be interesting to talk about, like, heck if I know.
Well, I'm going to say 10 minutes. Or no?
Sure.
Do you want more time? Do you want to open
fine.
the projects? I think we should just talk about it.
Save cost intro, save intro, Matt. I'm not. Oh, this is from.
No, I'm going off the old one, so I'm not there yet. So when we do that, here's the question: Do we want to like show it and have people mingle at the same time, or are people just sitting there watching it?
No, people can mingle at the same time.
They'll be mingling anyway, right?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have? Okay, so after that, we're gonna go into prize giveaways, right?
I guess. Yeah.
All right, let's inventory what we're giving away.
Okay.
And I gotta remember. Oh gosh, you already did make Windows great again.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I'm going to open. Bam. Let's see. I'm gonna open. What am I looking for here? I'm just going to look at our own thing to see what's on this list here. Okay, let's start with us. What are we giving away?
What do you want to give away?
Well, copy of Luminous.
Sure. That works for me.
How are we going to do that?
I don't know. The biggest thing about that is that it's Octane, you know? And I think we've given out the Octane ones to everyone, haven't we?
I don't know.
Depends on who shows up.
Right. We just don't know if they're Octane people. Mm-hmm. Well, we could give away one of each of our things, or how do we want to do that? Do we want to give the whole package to somebody?
No, just say your choice. They get to choose whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I open the wrong? Oh God, I just opened the wrong. I guess I had these both. So, two things we have to talk about there. Number one is prize list. So when you win a prize, you need to go to the front table and just get on that list if it's something we have to send to you. And then the other thing we want to talk about is pictures.
What do you mean?
To take your picture with us at a break, so that we can send the picture to the sponsors and say so and so won this prize.
Oh, okay.
Especially for Grayscale Gorilla because Chad asked for that. So we're gonna do that, and then let's see here. I'm gonna open real quick my Twitter thingy. Okay, so it's gonna be any Brograph plugin. How many of those are we gonna do?
However many you want. We could do like 2 or 3 because we got a ton of other stuff to do.
Yeah, let's do 2 for now. Fox and Hound.
We don't have to be We don't have to be doing live while we're doing this.
Oh, I know, it's funny.
Watching Dave do Excel work and Matt eating lunch.
Yeah,
it's great.
Hey, I don't know. 16 people are still watching it. So, Fox and Hound, food. I don't know how much that's going to be. Okay, Grayscale Gorilla. What are we giving? We're doing Gorilla Cam. I know that. What was the other thing? We're doing 2 of them, right?
And Signal, I believe.
And Signal. All right. Who else we got up in here?
I don't know.
Mitch. Mitch, though, okay. He is doing a special discount code for everybody there. I guess we'll say everybody there and on the live stream. I don't know. Well, discount code. That's for everybody. And so I feel like we should probably say that at the beginning.
I agree.
We'll do Mitch's discount code there. How many drinks do we want to give away? $3.50. I don't remember. Is Maxon sponsoring the drinks?
I don't know. She said to send a receipt, and I don't know how much they want to cover.
All right, so we'll come up with something on that. Billy says, keep this live. If you take it down, I'll unsubscribe. Let's see. All right, so Maxon, we've got, what do we have for Maxon at this point? How much swag do we have? We have shirts.
Shirts and tons of other stuff.
I spell shirts. What else do we have?
More shirts. I got 2 boxes of shirts.
Do you know about how many we have?
Shirts?
Yeah. We just take a guess.
Let's say 15 or 20.
All right, let's start with 10 for now, and we'll just play that by ear. Drinks. What do we want to do? Do we want to do... How do we want to do drink tickets?
How many? It depends on how many people are coming.
Yeah,
like if there were 100 people coming, I'd say give everyone a free drink. You know,
because it's about Tree Fitty,
right? Instead of giving, I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to come. We've never, it's never been more than 100. But we've got a pretty awesome lineup right now.
So what we should do is figure out how many drinks we're going to do, and instead of giving out drinks at the prize section, which takes up more time, we just have those are handed out at the door, maybe in sections, because I don't want to say like, okay, let's give them all out when people get there, because they'll have their drink and leave. So we got to do that thing where, okay, we're going to do another round of drinks, but how are we going to do that? Or do we want to just do them all,
just let them get their drink and then, I don't know.
Or do we want to just give them out until they're gone at the door?
Maybe.
All right. Because we can do a lot of drinks, but like, I don't know. We need to take some time out of these giveaway sections so they don't drag. So we just kind of go, 10 shirts, X amount of drinks. Let's just say 50 drinks to start. Okay. Is there anything else from Maxon? Do we have any leftover headphones, screen cleaners, VR helmets?
Yeah, but they can just pick those up.
Well, what do we have?
We've got mouse pads and headphones. Geez, so many headphones. The VR things. The cardboard things.
All right. Let's see. Mention swag. I'll put that in there. And the Mitch discount code. And then we will do a Brograph plugin.
Sure.
What else are we going to do there? I guess we could write down the other things. So what else do we have? We've got, what is iDesign giving away?
I don't know
what he said? We asked him. Did we text him?
No.
Receive
whatever.
shadow.
I think normally he gives away like a gift certificate or something.
Set something to receive shadow. Maybe you got to make it a matte texture in the comment tab. Where would EJ have said that?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Let's find out. EJ, where are you, EJ? Matt and EJ. Let's see. That thread. So many threads. What in the world is that noise?
I'm having to do some sound effects.
Oh, nice. Where? No, it wouldn't be in this thread either. Matt and EJ. Matt, David, and EJ. Where did we find out what he was giving away?
I don't know. Just put something,
All right.
Just put something general.
All right. EJ. Free for now. And then we've got Maxon, School of Motion. What is School of Motion doing? How's that working?
They're giving away some copies of the Freelance Manifesto.
How many?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Book. We got
Actually, sounds awful.
Pixel Plow. That's the name. The name again is Pixel Plow. And I have a record of that at least. He is giving away 3 prizes. I know that. Pixel Plow. That's the name. Okay, the $200, $100, and $50 sign-up code credits. Okay, so we'll start with 50. 50, 200, and 200. Pixel Plow, that's the name of the name again, is Pixel Plow.
Oh my gosh.
Next. And we got Fox and Hound. Does that cover it? We didn't talk to MotionWorks. We should have.
That's okay.
And, all right, so we've got prize giveaway, BG. I think we need to do one School of Motion book. All right, so that prize section, I think, is going to last. I don't know. I want to say 10 minutes just to play it safe. All right, so who's coming up after that? EJ, right? So Matt, you're going to introduce EJ.
Yeah.
All right, and then EJ. We got to figure out. We got to find out how long his presentation is going to be. I'm going to say 45 minutes.
Sure. Whatever.
All right. Now the question is, do we go from? Okay. Here's what we do. At that point, like Doors Mingle Time, we're going to be playing ads and reels. And so I think what we need to do is after EJ, we need to go into Mingle Time. And in the Mingle Time, we're going to play some of David Arias' stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Dave and Matt. We're going to tease Aria of Q&A. And then we're going to go into a break. We won't do a Q&A with EJ afterwards. I think we'll wait and have a full Q&A for both of them. So how long is the break Mingle Time going to be? Are we going to make it longer than usual? That's what she said. Matt?
I don't care.
How long do we want to make these breaks to allow for more Mingle Time?
20 minutes?
I think that might be a little too long.
15 minutes?
Let's do 15. And we'll see how this is going to play out. Okay, so then we come back. We're going to do... We'll do another prize giveaway at that point. Break Mingle Time. Prize giveaway. Dave intro. Okay. 10-minute prize giveaway. That's going to be what? So we've given away a Brograph plugin. We've given away, what else? A School of Motion book. What else do we want to put in here? We'll do the Pixel Plow 50. Pixel Plow 50. School of Motion book. I say there we do Signal. Okay. Let's do one EJ prize. Let's do...
I'm not listening to you at all. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm kind of talking to myself, but...
You're talking to the screen.
Who is this Pixel Plow? Mr. Plow. That's the name. The name again is...
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we'll do 2 shirts. What about Brograph shirts? How many did we order for this?
0.
We didn't order any?
No, we didn't order any.
Do we have any to give away?
I've got like a couple. I figure we had enough stuff of everything else, plus we were spending a ton of money anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe we just won't give them away.
Yeah, I'd say keep them.
Let's see. But we do need to order some for NAB.
I figured since we had stickers and buttons and stuff, we're okay.
Yeah. Are we giving those away? Or are we putting them out on some out on a swag table?
Yeah, just put them out as people enter.
Okay. All right. 2 Maxon shirts. Intro. Okay, then we're going to go to, let's see, DJ and David. So this is Q&A as in EJ and David, basically. I'll call it the interview instead of the Q&A.
Okay.
So EJ interviews David for, let's say, 45 minutes. Is that too long? Or maybe we do 30. Let's do 30 minutes to start. We'll talk to them about these numbers. 30 minutes, and then we're going to go into...
You're so structured. I would just play it by ear.
Yeah, right. And then we'll go to like 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's okay.
No, we can't. Like this works really well when we figure out the times. Okay, then okay. 30, then we go into, okay. Talk to the audience. And we'll make that 15 minutes. Because right now, I haven't done the rest of it, obviously, but we're pushing it after midnight. Nobody's going to stick around for that. All right, then we're going to do break mingle time for 15 minutes. Then a prize giveaway, and Matt, intro, Mitch, that is going to be 10 minutes. What else are we giving away here? Brograph plugin. All right. Food. I wonder if we want to do food somewhere else. I'm going to do food. I'm going to do food at the beginning. Probably do 2 foods. Okay, Brograph plugin. So we got those taken care of. Another Pixel Plow.
gonna sing that tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We. You the dog?
Yeah.
You know what I did with it? What? I ate it. Oh. Pixel Plow 100. EJ Prize. Two Maxon shirts. Actually, no, let's do 4 Maxon shirts. Ooh, yeah. See, okay, this works. You know, we used to do prizes and then go to break.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing break and going back to prizes because people will kind of come back into it. Yeah. So, all right. So we're down to 4 shirts there. The drinks are separate. Mitch's discount code. We're good there. Saving Gorilla Can. We're done with food. Do school motion book. EJ. Yes. Okay, that's good. This is working really well. All right. Then Mitch. I want to say 45, but we'll check. Yes. Then we do an audience Q&A with him. I'm going to up that to at least 10. Okay. Then we're going to go back and do another prize giveaway. And then we're going to good night. I think this is going to work a lot better. I think it's really going to keep people's interest. So the very last, tease last prizes for later. Good night. So we're going to do Gorilla Cam. And we're going to do 4 Maxon shirts. And then EJ Prize. Pixel Plow $200. And one more School of Motion book. And then we say goodnight. That puts us at 11:15. I think that's really good. So much simpler. Yep, that puts us at 11:15. I think we'll have enough adjustments in here. Some stuff is actually not going to take as long as we think.
Okay.
Okay, man. I think we have a plan. We just have to see what they think that's going to... I'm just going to text them right now. Quick time questions. Mitch, your presentation length. EJ, presentation length. And how long do you want the EJ Arias interview to be? Have 45 for EJ, 45 for Mitch. How much do I have for that? EJ Arias interview. All right, we'll see what they say. So that's fun. All right, so I think we got a plan. We just got to start putting things together. I guess it's time for me to post the show.
Yep. Do it.
All right, yo. Let's get out of here.
Until next week.
Later, bros.
Still alive?
Yep, still live. Pixel Cloud. Wow.